everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to Be in the Change. I'm going to get started by reciting my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. I'd like to say welcome to everybody who's watching me for the first time, and welcome back, and thank you to everybody who's been following me on this journey. Started out in 2019 for my New Year's resolution, stating I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a video every week for an entire year, which I was able to do. 2020 was to be kinder and more compassionate to myself and others, which I'm still working on. And 2021 was to break up with processed sugar, which I was able to do, and still the videos. And in November of 2021, I relapsed on processed sugar. I had a couple of bumpy weeks. It was terrible. I quit it again, started over before Christmas. I wasn't keeping dates. I wasn't keeping track of it. And then 2022 was to figure out what I really do and attach an income to everything that I'm doing, which I still haven't been able to attach money to this yet. And this has been the hardest part of my journey. So not being able to attach money to all the things that I've been working on. And this process started for me when I realized I was supposed to be in the public eye was around 2014. So I've been working on being in the public eye since 2014. And that's the first time I knew I was supposed to start stepping out. So it's been 8 years. I guess that's 8 years. I'm not sure, but I've been working on this for a while, and it's been a long, hard road. And I thought I was supposed to be a songwriter, and I thought that's how it was going to go down for me. And it did not happen that way. It started with my songwriting, but it's pushed me to a level that I didn't know I would be at. And it's funny because I went back and forth to Nashville a couple of times, and the one time I was down there, a guy said to me, "It's not who you know, it's who knows you." And that's when I realized I needed to come home and make myself known. So that's what I've been working on, and it's led me to having 2 YouTube channels, Be in the Change, Michelle Kelly, and This Is Your Sign, Michelle Kelly. So I read the oracle cards. So I give messages to people based on your astrological sign. So I do that every week, and I share with you guys what fear, shame, and guilt look like breaking up with, and it wasn't breaking up with me. And also, you guys, I had processed sugar for the past 2.5 days and realized I've been addressing my food issues, or I've been addressing them, acknowledging them, but I haven't made the full stop on, I really need to do something about this. But I want to tell you guys, I've been, telling you my story every week. And part of my story is it started my addiction with food and with sugar when I was a little girl. And, everything is fun and funny until it's not. And that's what I used to do when I was uncomfortable or things weren't good for me. I would laugh, make jokes about it, but eventually, like, it's not fun and funny anymore. It's actually sad, and it is harming me. And I was thinking of this today. Like, I knew the other day what happened was, and I told you guys, I went and asked a car dealership if they would consider giving me a Genesis SUV GV80. I told them I've been working on being in the public eye. It has not paid anything yet. And I could show them what I was doing and how I was doing it. And, I never heard a response, and it was okay. What I was able to do for the first time in my life is actually ask for what I needed and not lying and manipulating in order to get it, which I never knew I didn't have to do that I didn't have to lie, get you to feel sorry for me, and then do what I wanted without me asking you. You should just know. So it didn't matter whether I got it or not. The fact that I was able to ask for something. And I asked from a dealership that owned 27 dealerships. So you never know what people's tax brackets are or what that is, but it doesn't matter. But in the meantime, what happened on Tuesday was I was on my way to line dancing, which is one of the most favorite things I get to do, and it brings me so much joy and makes me happy. I was on my way to line dancing, and the light in my car came on, and I was at a stop sign, and I thought I'll just turn off my car really quick and turn it back on and see if the light goes on. Well, I turned off my car and tried to turn it back on, and none of the lights went on. The car wouldn't start, so I had to call my insurance company. I had a tow truck on the way, and then I just tried to start my car one more time, and it started. So I was able to get it to the mechanics. So that part was awesome, but my car needs work again, and I knew it would, and I don't want to keep putting money into something that is, sucking the money. It's just becoming a nickel and dimer. But so anyway, that started fear about money. How am I going to pay for this? All of this kind of stuff. And I was craving chocolate, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I did. And how do you know when you're in the middle of an addiction? And I know for me, I know it's harming me, and I know it's hurting me, and I don't care, and I do it anyway. And that for me is an addiction, is I can't stop myself. I know it's not good for me. I know the end result, it's going to feel good for that minute, but I'm going to hate myself for the rest of the day. And then I got up the next day and I did it again. And you know what? I want to tell you this because I used to go to Weight Watchers, and I blamed the lady at Weight Watchers because it was when they first started, like, the points. Maybe they didn't just start the points, but I was just starting the points. And I remember going, and I said to the girl, I'm not hungry all the time, and some days I don't even eat all my points. And she goes, you have to eat your points. I'm like, even when I'm not hungry? And she's like, you have to eat your points. So I started eating when I wasn't hungry. And that's when I realized, and then I blamed the Weight Watcher lady. It's all her fault. I started to binge then. Well, screw it. I might as well have this. I already did that. And I started eating when I wasn't hungry, and I blamed the Weight Watcher girl. It was all her fault. And that's what I realized with my whole life. I was always looking to place blame on everybody else. And really, it wasn't the girl at Weight Watchers' fault. I was the one eating the food. And I was the one drinking the alcohol and doing the drugs. And I was the one who had myself in situations and couldn't get myself out of them. So part of this process is telling you guys, and today what happened was I ate it again. I got a Danish because I love like Edamons, apple, Danish, all this kind of, I love fruity sweet stuff, but I got it and it was disgusting. Like, it was so sweet, it made me sick. And then I opened jelly beans because I'm like, screw it, I already had this. And they made me sick and I threw them out. And I was just like, you know what? This is it. I don't enjoy this. This makes me feel bad, and I don't feel like I'm missing out anymore, and I don't want to harm or hurt myself anymore. And I've had to address addiction upon addiction upon addiction upon addiction. And part of this process for me has been not only addressing all these addictions, is being comfortable in my own skin and being safe is really what it's all about. And knowing that nobody is coming to rescue me or save me, that I need to rescue and save myself, and nobody else can do that for me. And the only people that can help me are other people who are doing the same thing that I'm doing, and God. And you know, keeping myself safe, being safe, I can get myself out of any situation now. I don't have to stay in things that are bad for me. And even though I don't have to stay in things that are bad for me, it's not I don't get into situations that aren't good for me. I don't stay in them for nearly as long. When I'm in them, I start to feel bad. And when I feel bad for long enough, I'm able to do something about it. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching me. And this is your sign, because I'm trying to combine my YouTube channels, which I didn't, and I just went on TikTok, and I don't understand that either. But this is your sign signing off. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys all next week.